It just seemed like they made the extra pass tonight and they knocked down shots. And I think the big difference was we got out rebounded again. We couldn't rebound and it just kept crashing the offensive board. That's tough.
You know, getting behind against a team like Seattle Pacific, I mean, how do you guys go into the media or go into those timeouts? And, I mean, how do you try to combat as good of a team as there is in SPU?
We just try to get stops on defense. That's our main focus was every time come out of media is get a stop, get something in transition, get a rebound. But it just seemed like the ball just didn't come our way tonight.
Early on, you know, you've been shooting the ball great, and in the first half, first little bit, I think you started 1 for 4, had all your misses really, really early, and you know, was it SPU's defense that was causing the extra pressure? Because obviously you weren't getting to the hoop as easy as you have in past weeks.
Yeah, they're I don't know if they're number 1, number 2. We're both the best defense in the GNAC right now. It was just they played great, help defense, and every time I seemed to try to get a shot off, there's 2 people there, 3 people there. I just had to make the extra pass and make the shot. So they made it really tough on us down low for me and Sergey.
Steph, you kind of stepped up a little bit in some of your shooting, and you hit some timely threes, but it seemed like every time you or Joe were hitting a three, they were doing the same thing at the other end. I mean, just talk about trying to be able to hold off a three right after you guys are shooting it, and obviously they did a good job of that tonight.
We didn't play that bad on defense as people would think on the first glance. One stat, what I just saw here was 41 to 22 rebounds. And I told you that on Thursday when you asked me what's going to be the key. You cannot win when you get out rebounded by 19 at your own place. We play a good D for, 32 seconds. We bail them out with a foul. They get a second, third chance. Salmon hits 2 threes, like you said, right after me and Joe. They get a 5-point play in the second half. All that little stuff, it just adds up. And we lost by, 10 points at the end. So,
I mean, another stat that kind of pokes out is the bench scoring. They outscored us by 11 on the bench, and you see the end result. They beat us by 10. I mean, just talk about that. I mean, really, it was relying on, like, you guys tonight. You know, you were the only ones scoring the double figures. I mean, what do you guys have to do to try to see more balance, you know, getting the bench scoring to help with these wins? Because that would have been big tonight.
It's just people have to step up. It's late in the season. We play a lot of minutes, but you know we need people to step up off the bench and knock down shots, play defense, help us rebound, and just we have to get in the gym together and just continue to get better.
I mean, we played a really good basketball team, and you know when you make a mistake, they expose you. And I think the 2 biggest things. I mean, we just needed to be more efficient offensively and finish plays, and then the boards. I thought our defense was great, you know, the first shot, but their offensive rebounds were the big difference, and that's an area that has been a concern and a little bit of a weakness, and we were exposed against a good team tonight.
You know, we've had a lot of games where our guys were all 5 starters and double figures or close to it, and tonight really, you know, that we didn't see that the case. But not to say that wasn't unexpected playing a team like SPU, but we kind of, in a way, played to the kind of tempo of the game that they like to play, kind of, you know, into those 50s and 60s, whereas we try to push it a little bit more. I mean, just talk about trying to combat a good basketball team that likes to play that kind of style of game.
Well, there's times where that's our style too. I mean, where we can help ourselves is when we get a stop and we can get out in the court. We had a couple there where we pulled even the second half and got the ball up the court and found Tica in the corner for a couple. But when you don't get stops, you know, then it becomes a half-court game, and that's what it became the last 10 minutes once we pulled even. But no, I'm proud of the guys. We competed against a good basketball team. We just, you know, we got beat. I mean, they played better, and we just didn't get it done.
Obviously, next week you get to go on the road, and there's not the pressure of defending that home court. You know, no one's talking about a streak anymore, so there's not a whole lot of pressure, really, the whole rest of the year, other than just finishing strong for the GNAC tournament. But I mean, how do you approach a week like next week? You know, you're going. That's another one where you got to have a few flights to get to where you need to get to before you play.
Well, you know, our goals are still intact. What we want to try to accomplish, and we have 5 games left. You know, I think as a coach and a player, you want to try to finish strong and feel good about things. And it's a typical you know, it's our last 2 GNAC road games, and nothing's going to be easy. The thing that is good is, you know, we have played the top 2 teams. We're done playing Western our Western and Saddle Pacific. So we got to go and try to win some more games down the stretch, and hopefully we can come back and we got our 3-game homestand when we get back.
Okay.